Yo, what's up everyone? Ronnie Chalvis here, and today I'm rocking the street boss shirt. Even though I'm not on a street, I'm here on this beautiful grass. It doesn't matter, if you're wearing one of these shirts, you can be a boss wherever you are, whatever you're owning, doing parkour and free running. So to get one of these shirts, be sure to click on the link in the description below. But otherwise, I'm here to teach you guys how to do the Russian front flip technique. Now I've previously done a tutorial on just the front flip, a normal punch front, and a Webster, so you can check out both of those tutorials. I'd actually recommend learning the traditional front flip first before learning Russian technique, as the Russian technique can actually make some of the technique you need to do a proper front flip more difficult. Some people do learn Russian front flips first, so it's definitely a possibility, but that's just my own personal recommendation. But again, it's up to you. It's your style, it's your life, so you choose. So to do the Russian front flip, I'm going to explain to you what makes it different than the normal punch front flip. So with the normal punch front flip, I'm going to be setting, as I'm jumping up, setting my arms here and wrapping into my tuck in this motion. With the Russian front flip, I'm setting my arms here and then tucking to the back of my legs. So it's set here instead of set here. That's the main difference, and it may feel really weird to do initially because, especially if you did learn front flips this way, throwing your arms here just feels super awkward. The crazy thing though is if you do the technique properly and time it right, it's just gonna pop you right around way more than you even expect. The technique for doing a Russian front, I like to start out doing a little arm twirl. Now you don't have to do an arm twirl in the long run, but I found doing a little arm twirl kind of helps me get the motion and the timing and a little bit extra thrust doing the Russian. Now the timing of this is that as I'm going into the punch or the jump, I want my arms to be swinging and almost here before I'm actually jumping, so that by the time my arms reach as high as they can at this point, my feet are just barely leaving the ground. So if your arms are here as you're jumping, then you're not doing the Russian front properly. You want your arms to be here, and it's almost the lift of your arms that's going to be going into your jump. So as you can see, if I throw my arms here, it kind of makes me bounce up a little bit. That's almost the timing you want with the jump going into the Russian front flip. Because the whole purpose of this set is that it's giving you extra lift into your jump. So if you're not hitting that set by the time you're jumping, then it's not gonna help give you extra height and extra lift. And then from that point, all I'm going to do is reach my set, make sure I keep my chest up, because what can happen is when people throw their arms forward like this, it naturally wants to lean your chest forward. But if you do that, you're gonna go into the ground instead of getting up and getting set. So you wanna make sure that you still keep your chest as tall as possible as you're hitting the set. And then as soon as you hit that set and you've reached your peak height, that's when you tuck. And I actually like to kind of bring my hands behind my knees on the tuck because it's a lot more natural from that position. The weird thing you'll notice with this move is that you'll pop up and you'll be like, holy cow, this feels so weird. And then as soon as you go into that tuck, it just kind of like pops you around like effortlessly if you did the timing right. And so it's really unexpected feeling, and that's what I love about it. It's a really cool feeling once you hit the timing right, and it really makes front flips a lot more effortless because all the lift is coming from your arms and you're not having to worry about punching the ground as hard or getting as much force in that whip. So if it still feels like you're not getting the technique right, most likely you're still going too late with that set. Because you're so used to starting from here, a lot of people will have difficulties starting their set all the way here. They want to kind of almost do this middle thing. So as awkward as it feels, just make sure that you're fully hitting this point before jumping, because that's literally what's lifting you off the ground as you go into the front flip. Also remember that you want your tuck to be a snap. And that's the same thing with any tuck. The more of a snap your tuck is, the faster it'll help whip you around. Now, the faster the tuck is, I don't mean sooner, because if you go into the tuck too soon with any flip, then you're going to lose height. So it's a matter of reaching your full height and then snapping the tuck at the right time. And figuring out that timing, you'll be able to nail all sorts of flips. So going over the whole process again, remember that as you run into the jump, You set your arms here, you get a nice swinging motion. You jump, you keep your chest up tall, and then as you reach your peak, you snap that tuck, grab behind your knees, let your tuck flip you around, and then boom, pop open, and land a clean Russian front flip. Russian technique can also work for Websters. It's going to be slightly different, but the same principles apply. So with the Webster, you're kicking one leg and you're jumping off one leg. The way I timed the Russian with the Webster is that my arms are going up slightly before my kicking leg. It's almost like imagine there's a string attached from my hands to my foot, so that as I reach here, it kind of kicks my leg up, but I'm still kicking that leg powerful to help give me additional lift. Even when doing Websters, you still want to keep your chest tall up until the point that you actually start the kick and start going into the flip. Then you can drop your lower body and allow the rest of your legs to kick around. Depending on the style and technique of Webster you want to be able to do, there's a lot of different variations. Personally right now I do kind of a mixed variation where I set one arm up here and the other arm is kind of Russian technique as I Webster, because I feel like it helps keep my chest up but also gives me the benefits of doing a Russian. So just experiment with it. You can try it in a bunch of different ways and just find your own style doing front flips. So there's your basic technique for a Russian front flip. Hope you guys were able to understand it for the most part. Really, it's just a matter of practicing the timing of that lift, and over time you'll be able to feel it and eventually get it. And it does feel awkward, so if you feel like this is feeling super awkward, am I doing it right? Well, the more awkward it feels, it probably means you're doing it right. So just keep that in mind. Let me know in the comments if you have any additional questions about this move, but I'm pretty sure if you already know how to front flip, it won't take you long to figure out how to Russian front flip. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe for more tutorials and free running videos. And once again, remember to check out my shirts and the link in the description below. And thanks for watching.